We'll call the Cultural Arts Commission meeting of July 20th, 2026 to order. And we'll start with roll call, please.
The pledge to the flag next.
Pledge allegiance.
Oh, is that, oh, sorry. Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Rosenberg, would you please lead us?
Yes. Right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll have roll call. Thank you.
Oh, let me check for Commissioner Wang. One sec, Wang. Let's see. Don't see her. Okay. Commissioner Wang is absent. Commissioner Carger,
Here.
Commissioner Tokashiki,
Here.
Commissioner Rosenberg,
Here.
Commissioner Tori,
Here.
Commissioner Colmy,
Here.
and Commissioner Patterson she is on Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. My apologies to Commissioner Wang. I do see her there. Let me see. Let me.
Hi, sorry, my video and audio were like disabled for the.
Okay.
I think it should be.
Okay, let me make you a co-host here so you could turn your video on if possible. Ah,
Okay,
there you
perfect.
are.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, there she is.
Just
Hello.
displays.
Hi.
Oh, I've got you everywhere right now. Let me see if I can.
Photograph beautiful.
I'm gonna just do zoom to the side displays. There we go. Okay. Okay, I have got you not absent. Thank you.
Okay, the first item is approval of the agenda. Are there any corrections or rearrangements of the notice of the order of agenda? Seeing none, would somebody please make a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved to approve the agenda.
Okay, let's,
Are we doing?
oh no, you can't use the machine. Sorry, I was gonna ask you to, but you can't because we have one commissioner on Zoom, so let me, that was a first by Commissioner Rosenberg, or, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Who would?
I'll second.
Carter second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next, we'll move on to the minutes from the June 15th, 2026 Cultural Arts Commission meeting. Are there any comments or changes to the June 15th, 2026 Cultural Arts Commission meeting minutes? Commissioner Carger?
Yes, on the public art brochure / walk, Commissioner Colmy is listed and she's actually not part of our commission.
Oh. Is there are there only two of you on
Only
the-
two of us. We,
Oh, I was just going to say, I also noticed that it's on the work plan that way, and I don't know
Okay.
if we need to correct that
I will-
or if that's, do you see what I'm saying? I don't know where the,
because we did have the student on our committee before. And I think because Commissioner Colmy had the idea for the map, perhaps it might have just gotten put on there. But
Okay, I will remove Commissioner Colmy from the work plan staff report as well as the minutes.
okay, great. Any other comments, Commissioner Carger?
No.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, on the second page, staff items H, I think in the headline there, Cultural Arts Division updates, it's intended to be 2026 rather than 27.
Did you reorient me, please?
Page 2 of the minutes
Mhm.
from last month.
Yeah,
Staff item, which is item H,
got it. Okay.
I think it's just a typo. 27 should be
Yes.
26.
I'm not even sure why the year is there, but but I will change that to 2026.
Any other corrections? I have two minor ones. If there's, mine are, the first one is under the call to order. I believe the meeting was called to order by
Oh,
the Chair Patterson. And um,
I didn't catch that.
Great catch.
and then under, on page 2, item C, on the second line, it reads, Commissioner Rosenberg reported with input from SRS Brinkman: community meeting to be held July 2nd, and we should strike the word community and insert the word committee.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Okay, are there any other comments regarding the minutes? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes as we've discussed and revised.
So moved to approve the minutes as discussed and revised.
Second it?
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. Take your breath. Take your breath.
Was that unanimous? I did not, I didn't see a hand for Mr. Patterson. Okay, great. Thank you.
Just take your time.
Well, I'm trying to take my time.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was 3:30 and I was gonna be early.
Why don't I ask is if there's any, anyone here to make any public comments?
Let me do a quick check on Zoom since I missed earlier that. We do not have anyone requesting to make public comments.
Okay, thank you. And I don't see anyone in the chambers as well. So thank you. And we'll move on to general business.
Uh,
Go first.
well,
Or do you want me to do it? Either way.
no, I'm fine.
Bottom of the
Just-
page.
It's right.
9 of 10.
Right here.
Right here.
Just general
Okay.
business.
Yeah, if there's anyone to speak.
We did that.
We did public comment. We haven't done general.
Oh, so. All we have to do is have reports. I think you can just move on to commission reports. The work that we're
Right.
doing.
No.
We'll take care, we'll help you.
Yes. The cultural, are we on the Cultural Arts Commission work plan? Is that where we are? That's where I am. Thank you. We have no one in the arena. Do we have anyone on Zoom at all? Oh. So the Cultural Arts Division updates, Eric?
Well, but you do need to discuss the work plan items, right? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so item
We'll
2.
just go through that.
Right.
Okay, well. The discussion of Cultural Arts Commission work plan.
We can start through and ask each of us to report on it. It's okay. This is this one. It's all right.
The sculpture gardens. And my understanding is that's been delayed. Is that correct?
No, not exactly. So yeah, just to get everybody on the same page, garden is a work plan item that was on last year's work plan that's been carried over to this year. It's kind of morphed in a couple of different ways. Sculpture garden originally was being explored as an outdoor temporary rotating sculpture program. That since has sort of been put on pause, but part that came out of Sculpture Garden was the concept of a decorative lace fence, which council took a liking to. They directed staff to pursue that further. Since then, it has been sort of applied to a capital improvement project that we have going on in the city for Sand Dune Park. So there's a capital improvement project that will redesign the entire Sand Dune Park. And there's a need for fencing in the park. So can we pull up the PowerPoint real quick, Linda? Have a visual for everyone. So essentially, is there a Zoom option on this? Probably not.
Saying it. But there is a,
We are.
there's a pointer option.
Pointer option would be helpful. Okay. I've got
Yeah.
the pointer. I've got the pointer.
Okay.
Okay, so essentially this is the layout of Sand Dune Park. Like I said, around the perimeter, which is basically this hashed line, it goes about 3/4 of the way around the park. If you're looking on this side of the park, that's basically the street view. So the fence will be mostly on the back side of the park, which abuts to the residential area there. So
Up on the hill or down on?
essentially, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So it's a very long stretch of fence. I've been in contact with this Dutch fabricating company that does these artistic lace fences. So the current concept would be to submit an RFP to receive submissions from artists around the community. So I spoke with Chair Patterson about bringing this back online because it's tough to say the exact timeline of the full capital improvement project. It's going to be at least a couple of years, but we just know our process takes at least a year from approvals to recruiting to contracts to fabrication. So we're looking to start putting the groundwork together for the RFP, all of the scope of work. So in speaking with Chair Patterson, she wanted to sort of reinvigorate this work plan item and take a look at the committee members that are currently on and just a call to action to start meeting again shortly. And just one more thing. So because of the scope of work on this particular project, I know that we've been talking about RFPs versus RFQs and the desire to go the RFQ route for most of our public art projects. For this particular design ask, we will disseminate an RFP instead of an RFQ, which is just a quicker turnaround since we're not tasking the artist with a lot of work at the outset, which would be unpaid. We're going to go with an RFQ model on this particular project. So if anybody has any questions about that.
RFQ.
Yeah. RFQ is two parts. So we start with your
Yeah.
qualifications and then we go to the RFP phase. In this case, we're just going to be, the beautiful part about this fabrication process is they can take a line drawing and fabricate a fence out of a line drawing. So as long as it's a vectorized line drawing, that's all the design work that we need from the artist. So again, not tasking them with too much.
So the RFP is for the artist to create the line drawing. We'd actually go to the Dutch company for fabrication. Is that correct?
Yep, exactly.
Is the low fence around the playground structure part of it or just the perimeter?
The pony fence, the 4-foot tall fence is going to be a different material. This is going to be like the 6-foot security fence that we're involved with. Yeah.
Does it go into the ground? It looks a little,
So they have a lot of different manufacturing techniques. So these fence sections can be anywhere from like a foot section to 4-foot sections. They can be the entire assembly, which includes the footing, or they can just be these large panels that you screw into different like whole infrastructure. That's
I would think it would have to be
Yeah, they give you pretty much every
Yep.
possible option for install. Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
I love it.
Just a clarifying question, because, so the larger topic of sculpture garden, at the moment, the live or the active part around it is around, specifically around the fence around Sand Dune Park. And the rest, which I think may be involved, like going down the green belt or possibly other places, that's to be determined. Just
Yeah,
when it comes up on here, people question what exactly, like, what does that mean? Or I thought that wasn't happening.
right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been carried on to our current work plan, and there's more sort of background that's involved, obviously, that we just talked about.
Okay.
So essentially, it'll be a decision amongst the commission whether or not we want to bring that onto next year's work plan based on
And by that, you mean a more expanded sculpture
I
garden
think it would
concept?
probably be best for next year to kind of specify exactly, like, maybe bifurcate
Okay.
the sculpture garden into the lace fence, which will still be continuing for the next 2 years. So that needs to stay on the work plan.
Mhm.
But then taking the other aspect of sculpture garden and bringing that in as a separate work plan item, to me, would make sense.
Yeah,
But
it'd
we'll
be
need
clearer.
Yeah, it'd be much clearer.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll need to obviously remind council of how we kind of got to this point. But yeah, I think to avoid confusion, that would be
Yeah, it's a good idea.
a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Thank you.
What is the timeline for having the RFP published?
Yeah, so I just met with the design team, our engineers, and the Parks and Rec staff. It's looking like there's a number of kind of roadblocks happening right now. They weren't able to give me a super solid timeline, but sort of what I gleaned from being on a lot of these projects is that, it's moving along slowly. They're submitting architectural designs in March of next year. So at that point, there's an approval phase. And then best case scenario, if their design plans are accepted in March, maybe breaking ground sometime in summer of 27. And then a year to 2 years in worst case scenario for the construction phase. So to me, it's just a good idea to start scoping this project out, getting the parameters in place, because there's a lot of considerations with this project. This is a security fence, and as you can see with this particular rendering, there's large holes, gaps in the design work, which would create a lot of problems. So
Issues.
there's just specific sort of considerations we need to make that we should start wrapping our heads around now. But if they start breaking ground, end of 2027, let's say, our phasing, best case scenario, the fencing is kind of the last, part of the construction phase. So, I would say, end of 27, beginning of 28 would really be the time that we need to start, like, getting proposals in. There's no harm in receiving proposals earlier, because we're just asking for digital design sets. So those can stay, we can compensate the artist for that work. Those can sit around until we're ready to fabricate the fence, right? So to me, to move through our current work plan, it would be good to, hash out the components of the RFP in the next 6 to 8 months, and then put out a call for submissions, maybe summer, fall of 27.
That's kind of where I was getting at, just
Yeah.
our contemplated time frame for,
It's all
having an
theoretical right now.
RFP published.
go
So
ahead.
that was about, I think that was it.
Uh-huh.
That was a good, very substantive answer.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that was
There's
good.
a lot of background. It's all kind of conjecture at this point, but again, we can keep those design files for as long as we need them, right?
Mhm.
So,
And
no harm there.
Eric, do you see, how many artists do you plan on utilizing for this project? Or, per panel, per the whole section?
That's definitely a question for the committee, and it's a great question. It's a huge stress offense. So I could see it being an opportunity for multiple artists. It's a unique opportunity because you don't need that much public art experience to qualify for this. So it's a really great opportunity for a more amateur artist to get their foot in the door, right? So it could be multiple artists, it could be a single artist. So yeah, something for the committee to consider. Yeah.
Great point.
Hand up. Can I speak? Just under the, our, part of our charge is working with students. We happen to have 5 elementary schools, 7 schools total. It might be interesting if there are artists who might work with each different school for a component of it, a portion of it, if you will, or at least maybe the 5 elementaries. It's probably under the may take longer headline, but it is part of our mission, so it might be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely something for the committee to consider. It's all the more reason to get started now so that the commission can take their time in considering the best path forward. So, yeah.
And when would you like to see the committee get together again?
Yeah, sooner than later, I would say.
Okay, so
Yeah.
my understanding, well, actually, Dana kind of took the lead on this from the get-go, from when we first talked about it. And I'm on the committee, and I believe Parker is the third one. Is that correct? Are you on that committee?
No,
I don't think
No.
we've set a committee yet. I mean, way back when we did.
I'm
sculpture.
talking about way back when.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
used to be on it, but this is a
Yeah.
total change, so,
yeah, I haven't been on it.
yeah.
I would suggest that our student be on it.
The chair feels, yeah, I think Commissioner Torrey, and then given that student commissioner doesn't have any committees yet, that makes good sense.
Okay. And how soon would you think it would be appropriate for that committee to get together and delve in a bit further?
Certainly in the coming months, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, we've got a little vacation in August. Maybe that's a good time. Okay. Anything else on the sculpture gardens? If not, we'll move on to the new art initiatives. The public art brochure is first on the list.
I can speak to that.
Okay.
Also known as the Manhattan Beach East Side Walking Tour,
Right.
not to be confused.
Okay.
Each of you have been handed out our script for the walking tour. Since we're not going to be meeting again until September 30th, the walk is happening before we meet again. So it may be tweaked slightly, but at least before we actually do the walk. But we did a whole walk through it, and it basically, we start in front of the Manhattan Beach Art Center at the Dragon's Tail, and then we do a loop around in through Pollywog Park, and then walking east and then coming back up around to and back again. So it's a giant circle, much more straightforward than the last one we did. There aren't as many stops, but we put in a lot of little interesting details that we
We
think.
found some fun facts.
We found some fun facts, and so I think that is really fun.
Yeah.
We figure it'll barely be about a 20-25 minute walk. And then we end up back at MBAC, which has the community art show going on. And we will have docents available to walk the attendees through the art show. So
And I'm assuming we'll have a little drinks and snacks there.
Out on the
at the-
patio.
Back in the patio,
Yep.
which has the last art piece out on the patio.
Could you remind what the date is on that again?
yeah, it's September the 19th and it starts at 2. And so I want to get a head count of who can commit to being a tour guide.
Checking.
Okay, so everyone, oh,
I'm out of town.
gotcha. And what?
I'm out of town.
Okay. Thank you all.
And do you hope to do a practice walkthrough before?
Well, I gave this out so
Right.
that you can on your own
On
time.
our own?
On your own time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fairly straightforward
Okay.
Which is the same way we did it for the
Mhm.
west side.
for the west side,
walking tour.
exactly.
Although it's just really a big circle. And we have given people an opportunity, if it's a little too strenuous walking up the hill to cross over to the park, that they can meet us, take a lower, easier walk. I think it's fun, and I love the fact that we'll be exposing perhaps more people to the community art show.
And please do read it because there is some interesting
Mhm.
fun facts we found, which
you.
surprised us.
About the
The
flowers.
flowers,
I like that.
yeah, that was very interesting, yeah.
Sure, Patterson, if you could,
Yes,
the traffic guard for speaking, that would be awesome.
right, correct. Commissioner Comey.
Oh, just two quick things. What is the plan for marketing or advertising? And then the second one is just from our PAMP point of view, this is going to be a great opportunity to obtain community input from the walking members for our project. So I know Ellen and I will have that in mind. I just wanted to bring it up and say, let's all keep that in mind for our benefit.
You could probably have a questionnaire,
We will,
people. Yeah.
but I just wanted to make it so we all have that in our forefront too.
And I believe we'll do exactly what we did last time, which was highly successful. We got over 60 people and it was
Mhm.
Eventbrite. So it was,
Yeah,
Yeah, unless the committee directs staff otherwise, we
I
will
think
be
it worked.
using Eventbrite again. For multiple reasons. I think most importantly, it pulled in a slightly different crowd than we're normally used to engage with. So that was an exciting part. And then we just had exact numbers of who was going to show up, which was also really helpful. So yeah, that would be the approach. And then what was the other question? Sorry.
it wasn't a question. It was just a
Public
comment that
master plan,
it's
yeah.
a nice opportunity to elicit public comment
Yep.
regarding the PAMP project.
Yeah, so good thing for us to discuss as the public art.
I believe the time is 2:00
correct.
and I would.
2 to 4.
2 to 4, and just a reminder to anyone who might be out there or to have in the minutes that they must make reservations because last time we did have to turn people away. Although as it actually happened, yes, we fit
Yeah.
them in, but it really is.
Yeah, no. So we did not turn anybody away, but what I was gonna, which kind of ties into what you're saying is, I don't know if you have a wait list on the Eventbrite, but definitely I think we should open it up to a larger number because we ended up getting more in that that had actually signed up. So I think,
We capped it at 50
Right.
and over 50 people showed up.
correct,
Yeah, so my suggestion would be again to probably cap it around
50. Is there a wait list that people can sign up for?
We don't have a wait list in place. We can just open it up to more folks. There's not really a
Okay.
wait listed.
I mean, we have enough tour guides to judiciously,
We'll have 5.
5, that's 50.
Could be 10 each,
2,
but
3, 4,
it-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6.
6.
Yeah.
Chair Patterson, Commissioner Wong has raised her hand as well, when you're ready. And Commissioner Wong, feel free to, oh, you got it.
Commissioner Wong wants to
Yeah.
speak.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can also help out with the September 19th. And then I was just wondering, were you guys referencing like a specific document of like what's going to be on the tour?
I will send it out to be emailed. We just finalized it today. And I'll make sure that maybe you could send it out via email.
Sure.
Yeah,
So this was a handout we're referencing right now.
While we're pausing, I'm pausing. I need to remind you that, you need to raise your hand when you want to speak and be recognized so that we're speaking one at a time. That's to accommodate the minutes and anyone that's listening and not seeing. It's my job to recognize you, so if I don't recognize you, just be patient. I won't always forget to come at the right time. So I would appreciate that, along with the other points that Mark Lyman sent out to us about Robert's Rules of Order. And if you would look over those and be sure you're familiar with them, that would be very helpful. Just that the point was not, he was not just telling us, but all commissioners, so that we have some consistency through the city with the way the boards are run, and people know how to follow what's going on. So I think it would be very helpful if you will review those points. Moving on. The next topic is the poet laureate, and I chair that committee, and where we are is waiting for the city council to schedule us. We're hoping for September. It won't be the first meeting. That is, oh no, that's August is already out. So it could be. There's just one meeting in September. That's the issue, because the one meeting was on Rosh Hashanah, and so that was canceled. And then the second meeting was, okay. The 21st was canceled. So do we have a first meeting? No, we only have one a month. That's my problem. Other things I do. Right. So our meeting is canceled on the 21st, and we're scheduled to meet on the 30th. And I beg you to put that in large red letters on your calendars. I will do the same. It is on a Wednesday, so that could be confusing for us. So keep that in mind. We have nothing, no meeting in August, and then September 21st is canceled, rescheduled for the 30th. So please be aware of that. Okay, so watch for the poet laureate to appear on the city council schedule. If I see it, I will notify all of you. Which brings to mind to me something that's kind of a confused issue with the commission, is if there is one of our recommended programs on the city council agenda, we cannot speak to that issue, correct? That's.
I don't believe so, no.
You can speak as residents, but you can't represent
The
the whole
commission.
commission.
It's like
With that,
people don't know.
you can do that during the item or during public comment then, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
So before it comes up on the agenda, you're saying?
Either or, so during public comment or when
Right.
the item comes up. After staff presents, there's a moment for community input at that point.
Because the
Okay.
commission position should be presented in the staff report.
Right, I understand that part of it, but I know I've told other commissioners, no, don't speak on one of our issues because we're not supposed to. So apparently incorrect.
No, I believe you are able to speak as a resident. When you come up to the podium, you are not to introduce yourself as a commissioner. You are a resident. So that there's no, so the
Okay.
public, doesn't think that you're speaking on behalf of the whole commission.
All right.
It's your personal opinion.
Well, thank you for that information. All right, so that.
If I'm incorrect, I'll let you know.
I've tried to read it over and over again to be sure that what I thought was what we were supposed to do, but I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so we're to the Olympics related, or is there anything else that anyone wants to say about the poet laureate? If not, I will move on to the Olympics-related art projects, please.
And I'll report on that.
Thank you.
The committee is made up of myself, Commissioner Carger, and Commissioner Tokashiki. And we are meeting twice a month to both develop and work from a concise mission statement and statement of goals for planned Olympic events. And that is going to serve as the foundation for our action plan that we will present to this commission. The focus of the action plan will be centered on activities to be held in Manhattan Beach public spaces, and it will be focused on existing public art and existing cultural arts programs for both our Manhattan Beach community members and visitors. And the anticipated impact will be to strengthen and enhance our existing cultural arts offerings, support local artists, increase community engagement, and create lasting legacies. Our committee is currently researching ideas and concepts that are consistent with these goals for potential feasibility or infeasibility, for potential implementation, and with a mindfulness towards city resources and for efficient resource management. So finally, our committee is on schedule to meet Senior Analyst Brinkman's recommendations for presenting an action plan to the commission, which will be presented in September, and on schedule to present an action plan to the city council by the end of the year, most likely in November or December.
Are there additional comments or questions? Are we good to move on? Okay. We're now moving into the programs that have been established for a while and are nearing an ending. So the first is the memorial for the fallen, and Commissioner Tokashiki, I believe you've shared that.
We don't have it.
I can give you
Go
the
ahead,
update.
yeah, we don't
I can
have
Pull
a-
the slide back. Your phone. It's really not that important, but I like visuals. So, yeah, just to update you on the schedule, our applicants are busy designing their proposals. Why did it skip that slide? Let's look at that.
Oh,
It's missing a slide.
oh.
That's so weird.
Sounds
Okay, well,
familiar.
there was a slide of, yeah, the submission deadline date. So our proposal deadline for our 3 shortlisted artists is on August 21st. So next week I'll be conducting midpoint reviews, which with each of the 3 artists, that's an opportunity to make sure the artists aren't wildly off topic and to make sure that they are prepared for their presentations. It's not to give any design feedback. Any questions that are posed by the artist there are shared in an addendum, which is shared with all 3 artists. So there's a level of equitability amongst all the artists so that, you know, they're not getting specific questions answered by me that the other artists are not. So that will happen next week. And then, yeah, their proposals will come in by August 21st. Following that, the APPC will receive the presentations from each of the artists. Those will be in-person presentations. And then following that, let's see. Yeah, it should be in our October meeting. We'll be looking at the 3 proposals as a commission and then making our recommendation to city council. So we'll be recommending one of the 3 shortlisted artists at that time.
So excited.
Moving
That is so exciting.
All right, the next item is the Public Art Master Plan revision, and I believe that is chaired by Commissioner Rosenberg.
We're a team.
We are. You want me to speak briefly?
Maybe about the Juneteenth thing.
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
wasn't there and I can
Yeah.
take a couple others. Mhm.
And then you'll follow me up. Okay, so I'll just speak briefly on it.
It doesn't have this slide either. What is happening?
We'll just have to go slide free.
Out of PowerPoint mode.
How is it on this one then?
That's okay.
Okay, well,
I'm
continue.
good.
Sorry. This is just a hindrance. of
Oh, were they
looking at the
slides from the Juneteenth event?
Probably.
Ah, okay.
But, I mean, I can,
Sorry, I'm just looking, nope.
It's a live
Mm.
document.
It looks a
Goodness
lot
sake.
like that.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
well, that's okay.
continue.
Just for the sake of continuity, the commission is, or the commission, the APPC committee is meeting once a month. And our last minutes did represent that we were meeting on July 2nd. That meeting was canceled, just so we have a continuity and understanding for anyone who's following that. But we do meet once a month. We kicked off our public engagement efforts at the Juneteenth city city event, which was in Pollywog Park. And that was a great event for both kicking off and for getting feedback and experience in collecting public engagement. So we had a great booth. Eric and his team put together a really nice presentation and assisted with the consultant, Susan Gray, who's really is a great resource that we're able to utilize. And so that was the kickoff. I think I won't go into everything that we did there unless you want me to, Eric. But what I believe that we all gathered from that was the idea is to focus in on how we engage the community, some different ways to engage the community, and then focusing the kind of information that we want to elicit and gather that will be substantively beneficial for our revisions for the master plan and for our presentations to the community and to city council. Is that a fair?
Great high level, yeah, summary.
And then I just add, I believe it was later in June when we had our last PAMP meeting. And that was with the help of Dial-A-Ride and one of the drivers. We actually did a tour of the different locations on East Manhattan to familiarize our community members and others about, what was existing, what might need work, et cetera. And then our next meeting is scheduled for August 3rd, and things are moving forward.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Any additional comments or questions? Okay, moving on. Our next item is Bruce's Beach Public Artwork. So Commissioner Carter, would you like to comment on where we are with that? Do you?
I'll defer to you.
Sure. So we have a fully executed contract with the artist, which is amazing. We've reached milestone 1, which was basically the execution of the contract and then participation in the Juneteenth celebration. April Banks was at the celebration, receiving comment from any of the attendees and more just showcasing her proposal, explaining some of the background on that. So that milestone has been reached. We've met with our engineering team on the city side and April Banks Fabricator to start considering some of the options that we have for how the work will be fabricated and then how it will be brought on site and ultimately installed. The installation component is being taken on by the city, so there needs to be good communication between the fabricator and our engineering team. So that process has started. Very exciting. Looks like a really streamlined design approach that April is taking. So our engineering team is very comfortable with everything that's being proposed. So should be pretty smooth sailing. Again, timeline, end of 27 for construction closeout.
Commissioner Comey?
Just a quick question. Don't shoot me because it's a silly one. But in terms of the fabrication, does April work with the city with materials and things that are going to be beach resistant and also within a plan, a scheduled plan for maintenance? I mean, are we working with her with the materials for that?
So that had to be vetted prior to the contracting phase. So that's actually a component of the proposal itself, is a full listing of materials and then a proposed maintenance plan. So we take that information from the proposal and integrate some of that into the contract itself. That's what informs what is responsibility for the artist for guarantee for maintenance, things like that. But yeah, we've consulted closely with the artist prior to the contracting phase on all of the materials that'll be used.
And that's what I wanted clarification on. So thanks so much.
Yes. So is there still a landscaping component as part of this? Because originally I thought there was a whole landscaping plan that was incorporated.
That was very early, sort of in the first iteration of this project. It was proposed that it would include some kind of seating elements, but that's when the location was up near the plaque. So as we re-scoped, reconsidered the project, the site moved and that landscape seating element was taken away because it would trigger ADA. Uh-huh.
And will we actually use up the amount allocated, or does part of that go back to the art fund?
No, all of that will be utilized by, I mean, half of it is allocated to the artist, half of it is allocated to our consultant, Susan Gray, and then also our engineering consultant. Yeah. And then also for the site prep, concrete, that's going to be done in-house by our public works team. So,
okay.
yeah, it'll utilize every bit of the budget.
Thank you.
And that completes our general business, and we'll move to the staff items, the Cultural Arts Division.
What's on there?
It'll
be a little surprise.
Wacky. So just as a recap, this past Thursday and Friday, July 16th and 17th. Wow, those are interesting notes on there.
Yeah.
That's just the full run of the Shakespeare by the Sea program. So that includes all the different cities, but we hosted Shakespeare by the Sea in Pollywog Park last Thursday and Friday to two fairly robust crowds, around 600 people, 500 to 600 people on Thursday and Friday night. So great turnout there.
I think you could see my husband's hat in this picture.
Quite a few commissioners.
Is this
there.
Thursday or Friday?
That
Looks
is
like it's-
Thursday.
Oh, then you
Oh,
can't.
we're
I
in
thought it was
there
Friday.
Yeah, we're in there. Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was Friday.
So yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it's great. Shakespeare by the Sea, we've been working with them. I think this is probably our 6th year or so. They've been having some funding issues. They usually do two performances, different performances. This year, because of some of those impacts, they did one performance, but it really didn't impact the number of attendees. So it was great to see. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's been much longer because my kids would go to these performances when they were in high school.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
could
been a
be.
long time.
I think what I'm thinking of is that it's changed hands quite a few different times. And was that always in Polywog Park?
It was always in Polywog.
Awesome.
They used to also hold it at Hermosa Valley Park.
But
They still do. Yeah, they still do.
The different ones,
Palos
yeah.
Verdes, they do Hermosa Beach. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do a lot of
Long
South Bay
Beach.
cities. Yeah.
I have a question,
Commissioner Roseman.
a facilities question, just because we happen to be there.
Mhm.
So there's the bath or the facility, the bathroom, and then there's like 3 or 4 portable bathrooms.
Yeah.
And during the production, they clean and shut down the main bathroom. Is that why the portables are there, or was that just a fortunate?
That was a unfortunate
Most fortunate that
miscommunication
the
on.
porters- Okay.
So the porters who clean the restrooms in the park got the wrong information and they started cleaning the restrooms before when they were scheduled to. So on Friday night, the adjustment was made. The porters came at 10 o'clock, cleaned up the restrooms after the attendees left.
Got it.
On Thursday, unfortunately, they showed up right during intermission, which is pretty much the worst
Oh
time
my
to shut down a
goodness.
bathroom.
Okay,
But fortunately, because of concerts in the park, we have all of the porta potties.
It all
on site
worked
as
out.
Well, it worked out, but it was not ideal. So yeah, that was a miscommunication, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
it worked out.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
did, but not ideal.
Not ideal.
So are we hopeful that this will be continuing?
Yeah, I don't want to misshare information, but I understand that, the troop is still, going through some growing pains, some changes. They've lost their practice space again for the second time in a couple of years. So they're looking for another spot. So it's really up in the air whether or not they'll be able to pull off, another tour next summer. We're very hopeful that they will. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit precarious right now.
Okay, thank you. And the updates on the Public Arts Fund.
I got a couple more staff items.
Oh, sorry.
Just some more recaps. These are photos from our America. Whoops, I got the wrong one here. So these are photos from the America 250 celebration at Polywog Park. That was on July 5th. So yeah, it was a concert plus some additional components to the salute to the troops. We had some community organizations participating. We had a flyover by the Tiger Squadron. We had our concert, or our America 250 concert. I keep saying concert. America 250 poster contest winner and announcements. Again, good crowd, great events if you were not there. And then up and coming events. This is the rest of our concerts in the park schedule. Next week is our headlining act. It's Kenny Metcalf as Elton John, the early years. If you haven't seen Kenny Metcalf, we had him 2 years ago. Amazing performer. Great concert to catch if you're going to go to one. But we've got 6 more concerts to conclude Labor Day weekend in September. Sunday the 6th is the last one.
Oh, I will be there at ABBA.
Nice. We booked them just for you,
My
Suzanne.
dancing queen wannabe.
I'll be looking for you.
Okay,
Gonna be a good one.
I'll wear my jumpsuit.
Exactly.
Nice.
Mamma Mia's at the taper. Are you going to that?
You see it again.
Okay, is that the rest of the
Well-
staff items? One more. Oh, I was.
And
gonna
then
mention
another
this
event
if you
this
didn't.
Friday is the annual community exhibition opening. That is again this Friday, July 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Manhattan Beach Art Center. Sure to be an amazing opening. 100 or so artists, work being represented. painting, sculpture, ceramics, all across the board. Yeah. Sponsored
gonna be
wine from
good.
Simsies, which is really exciting.
Ooh,
They've been
nice.
sponsoring a lot of our reception openings, which is greatly appreciated. So yeah, hope to see everybody there. And that concludes my staff items.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Do you have an approximate time when introductions are made? And my thought is, so if they're commissioners that can't be there for the whole time, if they might be able to schedule better if they knew when that was going to happen.
Oh,
so we can-
you're referring to like the program as
Just the
the opening?
yes, yeah.
So we don't do a program for the annual community show
Oh,
because
okay.
of the amount of attendees. You wouldn't be able to hear anything over the raucous. So it gets really loud. So yeah, we forego any sort of like speaking or announcements during that. during that
Okay,
exhibition,
so
yeah.
people could come and go and
Yep,
not,
and
not
go,
miss
yep.
the important thing.
But
But
it's on.
something that would be helpful to us when there's an opening to know what the time frame is for the official.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
we've shifted our exhibition times. We were doing 5 to 7. We've shifted
Mhm.
from 5 to 7 to 5 to 8, an extra hour. So typically any reception program would always be at 6 o'clock.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I'm going to interject. I had a sneak peek. We had our meeting in the back garden and
Spoiler.
I'm not
Spoiler.
going to say specifics, but it's very exciting.
It is amazing.
Mhm.
So highly go. Yes, we did get a preview.
Yep.
Right, update of public funds.
Let's see here. Not much change. I can tell you that while I pull it up. Is what I want. So the Public Art Fund currently has a balance of approximately 1.6 million. That results in approximately $1 million allocated and approximately 650,000 unallocated. At some point, we're gonna see a big bump. I don't know.
I was just going to.
Right,
It's
yeah.
gonna happen at some point.
And updates, please.
City council updates, I don't have any. Do you have any city council updates, Linda?
Okay.
Council updates.
At this point, this is commission items, people that want to add information or questions.
Not directly related to cultural arts, but highly recommend checking out the new farmer's market that is in the parking lot between Anthropology and Super Sports or whatever, the sports store there. Was lovely. It's lots of the parking is so easy. It seemed like there were more vendors and I really hope the city keeps them going because it was just nice. They had so many great vendors there and it was just easy. Particularly for those of us on the east
agree.
side.
I ended up going home with a bag.
Oh,
full.
I bought so much. Yeah.
Are there other announcements, questions?
Just something to share. It's outside of Manhattan Beach, but it's arts related. And I believe it goes through the end of this month, but it's called Hospital of the Emotions. You may have seen
Oh,
it
I saw that.
advertised.
Yeah, yeah,
Media,
yeah.
other places. It's the former St. Vincent's Hospital outside of downtown LA that is being repurposed into a fully supportive wraparound homeless care and lodging. But 4 floors in the main hospital building have been taken over, and an artist has decorated different artists have decorated different rooms. There's a mental wellness theme, so it's themes of like joy, jealousy, sadness, others. And it's since I found it on social media, I was like, okay, this could be anything, but it's really quite powerful.
I was very
Where,
interested.
where is it at?
It's St. Vincent's Hospital, or just, maps will take you if you just put in Hospital of the Emotions, but it is just west of downtown LA.
And did you say you think that's open until the end of the month?
I was reading an article about the repurposing of the building, and it didn't give a specific date, but it referenced till the end of July.
Okay. Interesting.
Sounds
and it's-
interesting.
It's ticketed, but it goes from like 10 a.m. into the evening, and they're just like 10-minute windows, so it's
Easy.
easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
Great tip.
Mhm.
Thank
think-
you.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Interesting, yeah.
Mhm.
And I have one other comment. I noticed on our emails that we got an email from Lou Ryder. So I don't open the emails because I'm terrified that the computer monsters will get me. But I asked Eric and he said, oh yeah, it's an art gallery a block and a half from my house on Manhattan Beach Boulevard. It's Blue Rider. They currently have a beautiful show open that this company has shows in 5 countries around the world, or 5 cities around the world. It's 5 countries too. And Manhattan Beach is one of those. Each show in each country is different, but it's just very interesting. This particular one is Asian art with ink. And it's a relatively new art form, so it's very informative about how this started and the participation in it. And they had an open house, and I was able to go to that, and it's really worth going to. It's such a nice setting. It's right, there's not a car wash, a oil change at the end at Sepulveda on the right-hand side going east. And it's right before you get to that heading east from downtown. It's a beautiful building. Before it was a real estate place, and I barely noticed that it had changed, except I did notice that it was spruced up a bit, but it really is lovely. And the docents were delightful, and it's worth a visit for any of you and anyone you know, and anyone that happens to watch this, our meeting. Are there any other questions, comments, announcements? If not, do I have a motion to adjourn? No?
I
Okay.
moved-
we'll stay.
I move to adjourn.
And is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Tory. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.